A shout out, a call out to self-righteous truthers for them to wake up before it's too late. I'm Jeffrey Daugherty, the Christian Whistleblower. Welcome to the Christian Whistleblower channel. We're coming to you live from an undisclosed location deep in the heartland of America, from the heartland to your heart. At least that's the plan. And as I look at a ad from Marianne 2020, good luck with that, Marianne. But anyway, we're at a very critical point, I think, in the evolution of our genre. We're at a very critical point in this world and in our time. And I think we're just in this time of such excitement, such potential, and such an amazing synergy that is growing of people that are reaching out and people that are starting to make a difference and people that are getting interested. We're past this time of disinterest. We're past this time of where people don't really care. And we're really getting into a time where people are coming on board. And I'm so happy to see, big name people coming out. I know I've been doing a lot of shout outs lately, but Sam Tripoli, the Tinfoil Hat Podcast, Joe Rogan Experience, Talk is Jericho, of course, Rocky Stooch and all the normal folks that we know. But it's a great time to be alive. It's an exciting time to be alive. And I feel very much reinvigorated with my associations with Sam. In fact, we're going to be on Talk is Jericho coming up here. I feel very, very excited, very, very reinvigorated. And if you haven't watched the Joe Rogan podcast with Alex Jones, wow, you got to watch that. It was a fantastic podcast, and it just gives me hope. It gives me inspiration. And as Amanda B says, there are definitely some great times to come. And speaking of great times, this last Monday, we had Paladin on the show, Paladin White Hats Reports. No, that's hot tea. Paladin White Hats Reports, and just some amazing stuff, a groundbreaking podcast. We've also got Carrie Cassidy from the Camelot Project, or Project Camelot, coming up. Let me just give you a quick rundown. We've got we just had Paladin. We've got Elizabeth April coming next week, Micah Hanks, Ken Schwartz, as I said, Carrie Cassidy, just a lot of great, Dan Madsen, a Star Trek insider. So a lot of great stuff coming up, a lot of great stuff, a lot of powerful stuff. We're doing a lot of live, beginning to do a lot of live, actual on location things. Like next week, it is the 10th. No, not the 10th. The 15th will be in Hastings, Minnesota for a Whistleblower conspiracy and comedy night at I think it's called the Depot Bar and Grill on 2nd Street. You can find it on Meetup. You can I should get it linked right up here on the site. But a lot of great stuff going on, a lot of fun stuff going on. So get out, be a part of this. We're trying to get into the community. We're trying to make a difference. We've got some great sponsorships coming up that are exciting, some TV appearances coming up that are exciting, some other top podcasts that we can't mention right now coming up that are exciting. But I said all this to say that we're excited. And we're excited because there's a lot of great things coming. And it's a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful time to be alive. And if you remember Paladin and also Jerome Corsi, Paladin said something on the show with me on Monday. He said that the military had pretty much hand-selected Donald Trump to be president. And we're going to talk a little bit about some political intrigue here today on the Christian Whistleblower channel. Thank you, the dude. I appreciate that very much. And, Paladin says Paladin's credible, but you know me. I like to check. I like to look. I like to find empirical information. Nunya, I'm charged up too. And I went back and I started looking, and I found a speech by Jerome Corsi. I think his name is Jerome Corsi. You guys all know who I'm talking about. Let me just make sure I'm calling his name right. Corsi. Jerome Corsi. Yep, that's what I heard. And Jerome Corsi said that he said this in 2018, I think it was. So just a few months ago, he said that a group of military generals, and of course that's probably redundant, but a group of generals came to him And they said that they were tired of Barack Obama and his assaults on constitutional America, his assaults on the country, and that they were going to launch a coup d'etat to remove Barack Obama from the presidency. And they were giving Corsi a heads up due to his insider status. And then about a few weeks later, these same people came back to him. These same generals came back to him and they said, you know what? We're not going to launch the coup because, listen to this, ladies and gentlemen, we're not going to launch the coup because we contacted Donald Trump. And Donald Trump agreed to run for president. And instead, we're going to focus our efforts on removing corruption within the other governmental positions. And we think that Trump will take care of the rest of it. So when Paladin says that the military selected Donald Trump, he's right. And when you get it with information from Jerome Corsi, validated and corroborated, and you see it all come to pass, it's really amazing. But this is where it really starts to get amazing. This is where it starts to start, ladies and gentlemen. And I already see some of the infection even in our August chat room that we're going to be talking about here tonight. And what was going on was the military, in reference to 2016, and this is a repeat of what Paladin said on Monday night, what they did is they went in and looked at the electronic voting system, the way the voting system is, the way the votes are counted, the way they're transmitted, the way they're tabulated, and the way that the media is notified. And we found out, amazingly, you should go back and listen to that interview, that the United States presidential votes are gathered electronically, and then they're sent to Spain. Well, I never been to Spain, but your vote has. And then they tabulate them in Spain, and they send them back not to the Federal Elections Commission, not to the states. They send them back to the media. It sounds too crazy to be true, but you can go to skytel.com or Skytel. I think it's SCYTEL or S. Yeah, I think that's it. And you can see that the U.S. elections are one of their clients. So the government, the military insiders had this tip that the Clinton people, of course, Soros sponsored, the powers that be, the inside deep state, were going to rig the voting machines in order to make sure that Hillary Clinton won. And in fact, they did rig them. When the white hats, we'll call them white hats, the military people that were going to ensure no corruption, when they went into the system, they saw that all of the various and sundry precincts had been already preset to voting totals. 62 Clinton, 58 Trump, 49, 57 Clinton, 43 Trump. And, you can do math, but all of the precincts were set to ensure a Hillary Clinton victory. The fix was already in, ladies and gentlemen. Listen to what I'm saying. The fix was in before even one vote was cast. Hillary Clinton was set up to be the president of the United States. And what the white hats did is they went in and they continued to go in and monitor even throughout election night. And they went in and they reset everything to zero. And then they went back and kept checking and make sure that there was no chicanery with the voting system, ladies and gentlemen. So now we're going to get to the self-righteous truthers. Because if the white hats had gone into the voting system and removed the preset tabulations that were set by the Clinton cronies, we'll call them, if they had gone in and Hillary Clinton was really winning the election, they would not, and they've said they would not, they told Corsi, they told Paladin that they would not have altered the legal, just, right election tabulations. Do you hear what I'm saying? even though the white hats went in, and there's kind of this perception within the conspiratorium, within the genre that we're in, that the white hats ensured that Trump was going to win. That's not true. The white hats did not ensure that Donald Trump was going to win. What they ensured was that the correct real vote tabulation was honored. What would have happened if Hillary Clinton really won the election? Well, then Hillary Clinton would have really won the election. The white hats would not have been able to morally, ethically alter the legal tabulations, or they would not have been white hats. So now we get to these self-righteous truthers. And there's this thing that's spreading through the truther community. And of course, I use that term lightly because there's really nothing else to call it. Alternative information, new age, truther, conspiratorium, whatever. There's this idea going through that if you're really, truly spiritual, and if you're really, truly ascended, and if you're really smarter and more spiritual and of a higher mind, if you're really a superior human, that you can't be bothered with things like voting. For you to vote is such a 1980s thing to do. If you're really woke and if you're really spiritually ascended, there's no way that you would go out and vote. Why would you do that? Why would you tawdry yourself with the act of voting? Why be part of a corrupt system, folks? If we had listened to those people in 2016, we'd be under the Clinton Reich right now. We'd be at war with Russia. We'd be at war with North Korea. The economy would have tanked. Epstein would still be taking trips to screw little girls and boys down at his island. The economy would be crashed. I don't know how this idea gets into our minds. Is, let me see what this says. What did Bavarian Winch say? Don't be one of those votes don't count shit. Oh, Bavarian Winch, you're really disappointing me. You're really disappointing me. How can we call ourselves woke? How can we call ourselves awakened? How can we call ourselves spiritual? And how can we call ourselves loving our neighbor and loving ourselves and loving this world if we're too damn lazy to even go out and vote? Do you understand that if you had not voted in 2016 and if the votes hadn't fallen the way they did for Trump, that we wouldn't have Trump? The white hats would not have done this. And whether you like Trump or dislike Trump, we would not. Do you think that Hillary Clinton would have ever come out and exposed fake news? Yes or no? Would the words fake news have ever come out of Hillary Clinton's mouth? Not only no, but hell no. Would Hillary Clinton have dethroned the mainstream media from its ivory tower, holier than thou, holy oracle status? Not only no, but hell no. If we had Clinton, we'd still have the mainstream media, large and in charge, CNN, MSNBC, Fox News. They all would still have been looked at as the oracles. But because, and only because, Donald Trump is president, we now know they're fake news. He tells them, you're fake news. Sit down and shut up. You're fake news. We don't listen to you. We don't care about you. And we have been liberated. We have been liberated from the clutches of a propaganda machine. And if we had all been holier than thou and sat on our asses in 2016, we'd still be under the control of the propaganda machine. What do you think? Do you think, look at what has happened since Trump took office, the tragedies that have happened, the things that have happened. Do you think that we would still have our Second Amendment rights today if we'd have sat on our asses in 2016 and the white hats would have been forced to allow and endorse a Hillary Clinton presidency? Would you still have your Second Amendment rights? Would you still have your First Amendment rights? And hold on, I'm getting to it. Do you think that if we'd have sat on our asses in 2016, that Jeffrey Epstein would be sitting in a jail somewhere in New York right now? Do you think that if we'd have sat on our asses in 2016 and Clinton would have been elected, that her girdle would be in a wad right now, worrying about, oh my God, is Epstein going to name me and Bill? No, it wouldn't have. And just in case you haven't heard, ladies and gentlemen, let me break a news story to you real quickly. For those of you, and this is going to make a lot of you that have already said silly things in the chat room look kind of stupid, but that's okay, because some of you are used to that. Some of you are used to that. And let's see, where did this go? Where's my bookmarks? That's what I want. Bookmarks. Let me show you this, ladies and gentlemen. This should make you very, very happy. This should make you very, very happy. This should make you stoked, because watch what is happening right now as we speak. Watch this. This is new today from Politico. The White House is drafting an executive order to tackle Silicon Valley's, and of course they put alleged because it's the mainstream media, anti-conservative bias. Do you think there's an anti-conservative bias in social media right now? Duh. Are you upset about the conservative tweets on Twitter being squashed? Of course you are. Are you upset about the conservative posts and places on Facebook being censored? Of course you are. Instagram, Snapchat, all that stuff. You're upset about the conservative point of view being suppressed. And how many of you that put tape over your mouths and yelled and screamed when YouTube made its different standards to shut down and to quiet down conservative media like us? How many of you that are you willing to put the tape over your mouth, and are you willing to yell and scream now in favor of the White House when the White House has said, look, we are circulating drafts of an executive order. Do you know what that means? Let me explain to you what an executive order is. You self-righteous, don't vote, it doesn't count, you're stupid. No, you're stupid. Shut up and listen. Shut up and listen on Sunday night, too. An executive order is when the president, with the stroke of a pen, irrespective of what Congress says, irrespective of what the Senate says, with the stroke of a pen, he can make something a law. Doesn't have to pass. Impervious to veto. Boom, it's a law. The White House is circulating drafts. They're finding the best way to word it, of a proposed executive order that would address allegations of anti-conservative bias by social media companies. Would the Clinton White House have been doing that? Not only no, but hell no. So where are you now, self-righteous, smart guy? Where are you now, self-righteous, smart girl? If we'd have sat on our ass and not voted in 2016, we wouldn't be fixing to have a law making Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and all the rest of the damn stuff a level playing field. Do you realize before 2020 elections, we're probably going to have a level playing field in social media? Impossible. If we'd have sat on our asses in 2016. Impossible. And all of you that are going to get on YouTube and rant and rave about don't vote are going to be kissing the ass of those of us that did go vote. And let me tell you what this means. That President Donald Trump, has pledged to, quote, explore all regulatory and legislative solutions on the issue. Let me explain to you what that means. Social media right now enjoys an exemption to a law that allows them not to be sued, not to be pursued, and to continue to make billions of dollars because of their pledge to maintain an open, fair, balanced platform. Because they're not, President Trump is saying, do you guys want to lose your exemption and lose billions and billions of dollars? What do you think the answer is going to be? No, Mr. President, we don't want to do that. He's talking about taking away their money, ladies and gentlemen. He's talking about taking away their power, ladies and gentlemen. And make no mistake about it, these social media companies are about two things: money and power. And the president of the United States is threatening to take away both. Do you really think that Trump would bat an eye to shut down Facebook, Twitter, Instagram? He wouldn't give a damn. And he'd shut them down just like that. I'll guarantee you YouTube is quaking in its boots. Google's quaking in its boots. I know they're owned by that Google owns it all. They're worried. Nobody would describe the contents of the order because Trump doesn't tell you what he's going to do. He wants them to expect the worst. But there's many different forms. It remains in flux. If the internet is going to be presented as this egalitarian platform, while most of Twitter is liberal cesspools of venom, then at least the president wants to ensure some fairness in the system, the White House said. But look, we also think that social media plays a vital role, and they have a vital role in an increasing responsibility to the culture that has helped make them so profitable. God, this guy's smart. Love him, hate him, he's smart. Remember, you guys are making lots of money and so prominent. Remember, you got lots of power. Oh, you think Jeff is stupid? Jeff didn't even read that part, and Jeff just told you what Trump just told you. You want to stay profitable? You want to stay prominent? Make it a fair playing field, or Donald's coming for your profits and for your prominence. Period. Let me ask you again, ladies and gentlemen, would you have got that from a Hillary Clinton presidency? Would you have got that from a Hillary Clinton presidency? Come on, man. Do we really even have to talk about that? So let me ask you this. Are you really concerned, YouTuber? Are you really concerned, truther? Are you really concerned about your right to continue to be on YouTube, spreading the beliefs that you have? Are you concerned about that? Are you concerned about your right to be able to go onto Twitter and to spread the beliefs that you have? Are you concerned about that? Well, then get off your self-righteous ass, register to vote, and go vote in 2020. Vote for whoever you want to, but make sure you vote for the candidate that is going to do something and is doing something concrete to make sure that we still get the right to do what we do. To make sure we still get the right to do what we do, to say the things we say to the people we say them to, and the people that we say them to still get the right to listen to us if they want to. Because if we sit on our ass, come 2020, we'll be sitting back in cubicles, telemarketing, or doing some other damn job because we won't be able to do this one anymore because they'll shut us down, cousin. And if you don't believe they'll shut us down, ask Vinny Eastwood if they'll shut us down. Ask some of the other big name YouTubers that got shut down. I'll guarantee you, the guys that got shut down and kicked off, they'll vote next time. They'll vote next time. And I want to show you something really quickly, because I know a lot of you are lazy, and I know a lot of you are so important that you really can't be bothered to take the hour that it takes to go down and register to vote, because you're just way too important, and you can't stop meditating, and you can't stop levitating and saying the Om. You're so spiritual that you can't possibly take any time to go get in your car and go down and register to vote. But guess what? I wanted to show you that if you'll go to USA.gov, guess what? You can register to vote online. Start your voter registration. You click right there. Click your state. What state are you in? Confusion mostly, arrogance mostly, holier than thou mostly, but they're talking about the place you live. So let's just say you live in California. Find out how to register. Boom. California allows people to register online. Go to the state of California and register. You never even have to leave your damn house. Can you stop your meditations and your magic and your changing the world for 5 minutes to register to vote? And then guess what? You don't even have to go vote. You can send in an absentee ballot. Am I being ridiculous? Of course I am. Am I being kind of silly? Of course I am. But it's also reality, folks. It's also reality. Do we want to make a difference, or do we not want to make a difference? Well, I just don't believe in voting because I don't think it's right. I'm holier than that. Really. I don't vote because the system is broken and your vote doesn't count. And I'm going to go to the chat room here. I've heard a lot of stupid things in my life. And I've said a lot of stupid things in my life. But to say, I'm not going to vote because I don't think my vote counts, might be the stupidest statement that I've ever heard proceed from human lips. Because what's the one way to make sure that it doesn't count? Not to vote. Not to vote. Well, Jeff, you're Pollyannish and you're stupid and your vote doesn't count. Really? Ask the military generals that organized the White Hats to go into the last election in 2016 and make sure it was fair. And the only reason that we got a fair election is because they did that. And the only reason that the will of the people was honored is because enough of them voted. I don't see how you can argue this point at all. And do me a favor. I shouldn't say this, but I'm going to. Do me a favor. If you decide to sit on your ass and not vote in 2016, please don't tell me, because I don't want to have anything to do with you. If you're too self-righteous and too holy to get off your lazy ass and go on the internet and cast a vote to keep our movement alive, to keep giving us a chance to be on YouTube and to be on Twitter. Because if we don't vote for a person that's going to keep that right alive, it'll be gone by 2022. We'll be done. There won't be any more of this. There won't be any more Sam Tripoli. There won't be any more Talk is Jericho. There won't be any more JRE. There won't be any more Jeff Daugherty. There won't be any more Leak Project. There won't be any more R. Wayne Steiger. There won't be any more Rocky Stucci. It'll be over. And you'll be stuck with Anderson Cooper and Rachel Maddow and Sean Hannity and the rest of the clones. Send in the clones. Clowns, you don't want to go with me on that. We are at the crossroads of history, ladies and gentlemen. And I know we don't talk about politics that much, but we're at the crossroads of history. You remember, I don't know if it was Martin Niemöller or Dietrich Bonhoeffer, but they were both in the Third Reich. And one of them said, all that is necessary for evil men to win is for good men to sit by and do nothing. And let me expand that and say that all that is necessary for evil men and women to win is for good men and women to sit on their dead, lazy asses and their super hyper spiritual stupidity and do nothing. How dare you call yourself loving and caring and ascended and spiritual when you're not, don't even have enough consideration to go, I almost said the F word, to go vote. Please don't tell me if you don't, because I will have zero respect for you anymore. Please don't tell me if you don't. This is a time in history. We will either have, do you imagine what we can do with a level playing field? What have we been able to do when it's tilted way against us? We know it's way liberal bias. We know they shadow ban us. We know they hide our tweets. We know they suppress our numbers. We know they suppress our subscribers. We know this. And so does the president. And we're still doing pretty damn good. Can you imagine what we can do on a fair playing field? Can you imagine what we can do when every one of our tweets shows up on Twitter? Can you imagine what we can do when every one of our videos gets monetized and doesn't get banned on YouTube? Can you imagine what we can do on a fair playing field? We are kicking ass and taking names when they've got 14 players on the field and we've only got 7. Can you imagine when it's 11 on 11 again, a football analogy? Can you imagine when it's 6 on 6 again, a hockey analogy? We will take this motherfucker by storm. I said it. We will take it by storm. We will take it over, and we will never, ever look back. And we may never get this chance again. We may never get this chance again. I'm going to say it one more time. Get off your lazy ass. Register, vote, keep us on the air, and give us a balanced, fair platform, a level playing field. And if you don't think it's right, Jeff, you're stupid, it doesn't count. Do it one time. Just do it one time. Register, vote, give me a level playing field, and then get the hell out of my way and watch me take this mofo over. Watch me and Tripoli and Jericho and Stucci and Rogan and Steiger. Watch us and Leak. Rex, watch us take this mofo over. Give us a chance. Put me in, coach. Put me in the damn game, coach. Give me a shot. Get off your lazy ass. Give me a shot and watch me go. Get the hell out of my way, because if you don't, you better run with me or you're going to get run over. But give me a shot. Put me in the damn game. We will never get this chance again. If we don't take this chance now, we never get it again. How many millions of souls are in the balance? Think of that. How many millions of souls are in the balance right now? How many more people can we reach with a level playing field? Is it worth you getting off your lazy ass, getting down off your spiritual high horse, maybe considering, okay, maybe they're right, I'll try it this one time? One fucking election is all I'm asking. Register, vote. Let's go to the chat room. Let's go to the chat room. This should be fun. Why does the independent party get no representation? That's a good question, Mark Center Saint. They should. The two-party system's a joke. But it's the one we got right now. And how do you change it? By voting. That's my suggestion. Somebody says, Jeffrey Daugherty, be nice. I'm trying. This is me being nice, cousin. This is me being nice. Do you know my sister? I don't think I know your sister. How you doing? Let's see. How come chemtrails are still being sprayed every day? I don't know, Bromo Sapien. I really don't know. But do you think that a guy that wants to level the field for social media or somebody that wants to shut me down is going to be more or less likely to stop chemtrails? Just think about that. Being woke is very time consuming. It's true. It's much easier to be asleep. Jeff, I have a good feeling about this. One of the best things in the past is I'll be at the same time for the interview. I'm not sure what that means, but oh, sure, she's levitating. That's funny. Ben Epstein is a good sign things will happen. That's right. Ben, comma, Epstein is a good sign that things will happen. Let's see. I'm not a Republican as we know it. If he's a patriot, that's true. Hope the White Hats can still do their thing in 2020. And everyone, please vote. Nancy, see, you should be doing the show, not me. Because that's what this show should have been, is let the White Hats do their job, and everyone in 2020, please vote. Instead of me with the lazy-ass, high horse, F-bombing. But, you know, we like a little drama, right? A little drama. Let's see. I'm seriously not giving up my power. Good for you, second star to the right. The third parties don't get enough donations to qualify and keep campaigning. That's true. But what if you went and voted for a third-party candidate, and enough of you that usually don't vote all voted for a third-party candidate? I've run states for a third-party candidate. Yeah, I went out and did it. Do we know it probably wouldn't make a difference? Yeah, but we did it anyway. Why? Because we had the courage of our convictions. Ooh. We had the courage of our convictions. What is the matter with you guys that are in the truther movement? Oh, we're not going to vote because you're like a bunch of Jehovah's Witnesses. They don't vote either. You're like a bunch of damn Jehovah's Witnesses. I guess I should stop it. Gregory of Olympus is licking his phone in approval. Go ahead, bro. Lick it. I can appreciate that. I'm with that. Thank you. Lick the microphone back. Let's do it. It goes beyond conservative. It does. So who are we voting for again? Let's vote for the person that wants to have a level playing field in social media. That's who I'm voting for. They mail me my ballot. Of course they do, Pamela. Good for you. Please vote, says Susie Q. What's going on? I'm glad somebody asked this. I knew somebody would. And they're asking Tracy. That's funny. What's going on, Ben G says, with censorship, red flag laws? Trump appears to be a Zionist puppet. I think you can call in if you clicked. I put it down there, call in number. I put this link. I think if you put on that link, it'll bring you up into the chat and you can talk. I think. I'm not sure. You know, we've been trying to do this, but I'm glad somebody asked this question. What's going on with censorship? Well, I just read to you that the president is, and you know, it's funny. I was going to say the president is going to try to end censorship. That's one thing about Donald Trump. He didn't really try to do anything. He just does shit. So he says, look, you're going to make a level playing field, or I'm going to take your money and your power. Guess what? We're going to get a level playing field in social media if we get Trump for 4 more years. Do I like the guy? Well, I do happen to like the guy, but I can understand why you don't like him. Would I want him dating my daughter? Well, I kind of would, because then I'd be, but you know, I know what you mean. Is he kind of yeah, I get it. But he's going to make a level playing field in social media. And I just want to say, have you checked the economy? Have you checked the pedos going to jail? Have you checked the happiness and the pride? I'm just saying, this isn't a Keep America Great, Vote Trump 2020 program, but I'm just saying. I love absentee voting. If you don't vote, you lost your right to complain. Yeah, Mike Brown, you're right. But if you don't vote, I might lose my right to do this. But more importantly, if you don't vote, you've lost your right to do this because you don't want to vote. You're taking away other people's voices. And I'm telling you, there's millions of souls in the balance. People whose lives are going to be changed. People that are going to be woke that won't be woke because you won't vote for somebody that's going to give us a level playing field. Come on, cousins. Put me in, coach. Give me a chance. That's all I'm saying. Give me a damn chance. The power is yours anyway. It's not anyone else's to give or take away. Absolutely, Mike. I appreciate that. Vote doesn't count is bullshit. Yes, it is, Jim. And 2016 shows us it's bullshit. If your votes didn't count, Hillary Clinton would be president right now. If your votes didn't count, Hillary Clinton would be president right now. How can you look me in the eye and say your votes don't count when they did count? And we got one fair election, and we're going to get another fair election in 2020. And it might be our last fair election if we don't vote. We're the last generation of real humans, and this may be the last real election. It's that, I mean, it's just real. That's just the truth. That's just the reality of what we're looking at, folks. It's just the reality of what we're looking at, folks. And I don't care who they are. And I can name some names, but I won't. They're wrong if they tell you not to vote. They're absolutely damn wrong. And I guarantee you that if they still say don't vote, when we do vote and we do get the level playing field, they won't have any problem taking the new subscribers and the new AdSense money. Bunch of damn hypocrites. They won't mind that at all. The fact of the matter is that about a small amount of us, our backs are hurting because we're having to carry everybody else's weight. Get out and vote and give us a chance. Put us in the damn game. Why don't we stand up for ourselves? Spiritually, your vote counts. It's beyond a piece of paper. Oh, James, broke-ass garage. That's brilliant. That is brilliant. I never even thought of that. Think of this, folks. When you go and vote, you are putting an energetic emanation, an intention out into the universe, an intention of freedom for people, an intention of peace for the world, an intention of open mindedness among all people, an intention of people should be able to say what they believe, an intention about all of the things you're putting out. And even if it doesn't count, which it does, which it did, 2016 proves, what a powerful spiritual act you're taking by actually filling out the ballot, actually getting in the car. I think it's even more powerful. You get out of your house, you go down, you wait in line, you cast the vote. It's even a more powerful, energetic emanation. If you're so spiritual and so holy and so more advanced than the rest of us, please take your heightened spirituality out and put it to action. Help the rest of us that don't know any better. Help the rest of us that aren't as good as you, as smart as you, and as spiritual as you. Help us out. Please rise to your lofty heights and please levitate down to the voting center and let your aura fill the place so they don't even need electricity, and cast your vote and let your psychic powers be cast out across the universe. Please, oh great ones, I beg of you. I beg of you. Please. I'll Jimmy Swagger beg of you. Oh, please, my great ones. Do it for us. James Broke-Ass Garage, you are brilliant. Oh, the red flag laws. I didn't finish this thing. The red flag laws, Tracy says, aren't happening, and that Trump played Dems and Schumer and said no to them. Maybe that's true, but can we just be real for a minute? If you're on YouTube and you say that, I'm going to say puppies, I don't really mean puppies, just insert any name of people that you want to in there. Let's make it more real. I hate German shepherds. They suck. They should all die. And instead of German shepherds, insert the name of any race of people in that you want. If you say that on YouTube or on Instagram or on Twitter, you deserve a red flag. And if you keep saying that on YouTube or on Twitter, you probably deserve to get kicked off. Now, if it were me, I would just ignore you and you can say whatever you want. But it's just like you don't have the right to stand up at the movie theater and yell, fire! You don't have that right. Personally, red flag laws wouldn't bother me at all as long as they were objectively and fairly administered. You don't have to go on YouTube and say that you hate German Shepherds. You really don't. You don't have to go on YouTube and say that everything that happens in the world is the fault of the German Shepherds. You don't have to say that. You don't have to go on YouTube and say that all German Shepherds should die. You don't have to say that. I'm all right with it being a red flag, and I'm all right with calls to violence or calls to hatred for any specific group or nation. I'm all right with not allowing that to be said. I'm 100% all right with that. Now, could it be a slippery slope? Yes, I understand. I hope Tracy's right, but I could be all right with that. And I'm glad you brought that up. I forget who brought it up, but yeah, there's got to be some rules of decorum. We have to be a polite society. There has to come a point where you just can't hate German Shepherds. You got to love all dogs, or at least be indifferent to all dogs. You might really hate German Shepherds, but you don't have to go on YouTube and say it. And if you lose your YouTube channel because you keep saying, and if you say, I hate German Shepherds, and they send you a warning, listen, we don't want you to say that you hate German Shepherds anymore. That's offensive to some. And you say it again, they send you another warning. You say it again, they cut you off. I got no problem with that. That's just me. And that's much better than me having to be suppressed. That's much better than my numbers and my subscribers and everything being suppressed. I'd much rather have dummies that hate German Shepherds get kicked off than the rest of us that don't have to put hatred out, having our work suppressed so that people don't get a chance to hear and don't get a chance to get woke up and live life more abundantly and have peace that passes all understanding. So the red flag things doesn't really bug me. I know that bugs you, that it doesn't bug me, some of you, but I don't. And Karen, I grew up in Florida and I voted last time in Florida. So please don't bring that stuff. Get that going out of my face. Your vote counts everywhere you live. And even if you live in South Florida and you're voting Republican, which is like, there might be 6 people that are in South Florida that vote Republican. It's a little joke. That energetic thing that Broke Ass Garage said, wow, Karen, wake up, sister. Sunrise Skywatcher says we need 95% turnout in 2020. Yes, we do. A no vote is a yes vote for the Soros system. Ooh, I like it, Black Mirror. I like it, Black Mirror. Chop wood and carry water. You have more power than you know. How do we know Trump's not the Antichrist? Because Jesuit propaganda invented the Antichrist. There ain't no Antichrist coming. When you don't vote, ooh, Jim Williams, another truth bomb. If you don't vote, it counted. That's right. The only way that you can ensure that your vote doesn't count is not to vote. How smart is that? Tyler Day, he is torn on voting. Yeah, Tyler, give me one chance, just one. One last time, go out and register, go out and vote. Give me one last chance. Give me a level playing field on YouTube. One last time, brother. Do it for me. Personal favor. Do me a personal favor. I'm taking that out of there because I don't even want that to be seen. And it's not very often. Whoops. It's not very often I remove a statement by a moderator, but I'm removing that one. Let's see. Pedophilia or Trump. The choice is yours. Ooh, that's strong. That is strong. Trump may be unique. He might be. One time is all I'm asking. One time. Jama hasn't missed an election. Good for her. I honestly didn't know until now that you could vote online. See, perfect InCycle. That's what I'm here for, to bring information. Let's see. Someone said keep hope alive. I quit voting at 72, but I'll vote for 2020 for the first time since then. Thank you, Syra Lover. Just give a brother a chance. That's all I'm asking. Give a brother a chance. Great. Thank you, N-Cycle. Let's see. Independent voter, not seeing any worthy. Your opinion really doesn't help me personally. We shall see. Ha, ha, ha. Did you see what I just did that? I just swallowed. Yeah. I'm glad I made that list. Rocky Stucci Media. He's like, what? How come I? Yeah. So, Jeff, what happens after the next 4 years when there's no other Trump coming down the pike? Just give me a chance, Michael, this next 4 years. We'll think about 4 years from now, 4 years from now. But this time, come on, brother. Give me a chance. Just a chance. Help a brother out. Oh, just one time. That's all I'm asking. That's all I'm asking. Are you scared to be sovereign? Ooh, that's a good question right there. My first vote was for Ron Paul. I'll vote for Trump, but he better promise he'll make a change. Of course he'll promise. None of you do it. Do it. See, we're making a difference, ladies and gentlemen, one vote at a time. It could be. I mean, it's been down to one or two. And if one or two of you decide to vote that weren't going to vote, boom. I like this. We're actually doing it. We're actually doing it. Collectively need to vote for an independent who gives a damn about the people and what's right and isn't a career politician. Sounds a lot like Donald Trump, but I don't want to prejudice you, Tyler Day. So many are making us carry. Yeah, that's right. Really great paraphrase, Jeff. I don't know what it was, but I'm sure it was great because most of them are. Oh, okay. I didn't vote while I was in the Marine Corps. Well, thanks for your service. But come on, bro. Just come on, bro. Hillary would have been a complete disaster. Absolutely. I can't quit laughing. Sorry, you're 100% right. Thank you. Get used to it. Well, like 95%. Like 95%. KTM is such an amazing message, Jeff. Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate that. We haven't had a level playing field for 1,000 years. Well, that's why I'm asking for one chance. Just give me one chance, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, let's see. I know I share you on my Facebook and not many see it. I am Monica. Ooh, what'd she say? Let's view voting as a way of vibrating for positive change. Let's make our vibrations high for good and vote, aka vibrate. It even starts with the same letter. Vibrate the vote. Yo, I like it. I like it. I don't see the professor. Victim or victor, it's your choice. Ooh, nice one, Tracy. Nice one, Tracy. It'll be a 2020 blowout. There will be riots. Bavarian Winch, give a brother a chance. Just one chance. That's all I'm asking. Rocky says, boom. Let's see. Father Mucker, yeah. Mirtha Trucker. Did I say a bad word? I think I did. Trump will walk the 2020. Dims have self-destructed. I hope so. Jeff is awoken again. I really am. Ever since I got on that podcast with Sam Tripoli and XG and, oh, man, it really did do something to me. It reactivated something. And then I reached out to Jericho and he says, hell yeah, come on. It did something to me, cousins. Knowing that there's real people out there that don't have agendas, that are better off not talking about the paranormal, not talking about conspiracies, not talking about woke stuff, but they do it anyway because they want to. They know it doesn't help them, but they do it anyway. So God bless those guys, and let's do what we can to support them. And could you imagine what those guys can do with a level playing field in social media? Have I mentioned that before? Let's see. Again and again after Sam Tripoli. Yep. Hey, I love me some Sam. Gots to vote. Get your sticker, says Tiddly Bowshanks. I'm with it. Somebody says Jeff Daugherty for president, Stucci for vice president. Let me just say, if nominated, I will not run. If elected, I will not serve. Oh, boy, we got too much more important stuff to do. We really do. Vote in your local elections. Yeah, I'm with it. So I guess the exodus of the criminal system is exodus of the criminal justice. Lisa Love, have you been paying attention? Dudes, I'm telling you that when, and I'm going to speak positive, when Trump gets reelected in 2020, why do you think they're doing everything they can to bring him down now? If he gets elected again, oh man, you won't even believe the shit that's going to happen. If he gets elected again, it could be the end of the two-party system. And it's about time for that two-party system to be ended. I mean, he's going to burn the whole damn thing down. And what a great thing that would be to have a reset in Washington, D.C. I love it. I love it. I wish before that Ron Paul would have had the balls to run independent and Bernie would have had the balls to run independent, and they could have queered the whole deal and caused a constitutional crisis and had to reset everything. But they didn't have the balls. Pat Buchanan did, but it was too early. So, man, it's up to us, you guys. It's up to us. One more chance. That's all I'm asking. Get in the game or get the hell out of the way. Absolutely, Jim. I appreciate that. Come on, there's got to be some people that disagree with me. Got to be some people that disagree with me on here. He may be cocky, but vote for Rocky. That's funny. That's funny. Jeff, I got a contact high. Jeff got a contact high from Tripoli. I did. Sam's show changed you for the good. Yes, it did. Politics is another religion to me, but I appreciate your opinion. Thank you. I appreciate that. Can I teleport to the States and vote for you? Yes, you can. Yes, we can. Thank you, Satan. You remember that? That's the weirdest shit ever. That whole Barack Obama, yes, we can. Yes, we can. Yes, we can. And you play it backwards and it's thank you, Satan. Thank you, Satan. Do it. Watch the video. Freaked me out. Yes, we can. Thank you, Satan. Dude, it's weird. Something was wrong with that dude. I know everybody loved him and he was a black guy and it was great to have a black guy just so we know that we're not really racist. And he was married to a black guy, which made it even better. Boom. It was good to see a gay black guy get elected. It shows that there's not prejudice in this country. It was great to have a transgendered first lady. It shows that we're not a bunch of assholes. I'm actually glad of that. I'm glad we got a gay black president and we got a transgendered first lady. It gives me hope that Americans are not assholes. And it doesn't matter. I didn't like him. One because he was black, one because he was gay. I didn't like her, one because she's transgender. Doesn't bother me about those things. I didn't like him because they were assholes. Oh my, please give me a level playing field or I won't be around much longer. Oh my God, this is funny. I do blame Tripoli, but we're just getting started, ladies and gentlemen. Lick that sticker. Let's see. Second term for Trump will be historic, says Paladin in the house. Paladin, you know you're partly to blame for this. You know exactly what I'm talking about. So, yeah. We do need to be the change we want to see, just like Rex says. Jeff, what you been smoking? I don't do that. I ain't been smoking nothing. I'm high on life, cousin. I'm high on freedom. Somebody said that's not nice, Jeff. What's not nice? All I did was say I'm glad that we had a gay black president and a transgendered first lady. It shows me that we're not assholes. I love that. So grossed out. Jeff is the political thigh master. Feel the burn. Boom. So groused out by what you just said. Do you have proof of what you just said? You can't believe you're going that route. Come on, Carol. Have you ever heard of this concept called comedy? Look into it. Might make you feel not so cranky. You might even get a date. Keith Paladin accepts the blame. So, ladies and gentlemen, great stuff. Great stuff. Great stuff. Yeah, and this is what Mark Center's saying. What pisses me off about the whole Obama situation isn't what they were. We don't care what they are. It's the deception. Just be honest. If you're a gay black guy and you want to get elected president, say you're a gay black guy. We don't care. If you're a transgender and your wife's transgender, that's your deal, man. I don't got to sleep with her, and that's fine. But I really am. There is a part of me, and I know that some of my conservative friends are going to hate me for this. There really is a part of me that is happy that a gay black guy with a transgendered wife got elected president of the United States. It gives me renewed hope that we're not a bunch of assholes. Because there's a lot of people that said, I know he's a gay black guy with a transgendered wife. They didn't really know that, but they voted for him anyway. And not because he was black, because they actually thought that he was going to thank you, Satan, or something like that. So I was glad. Was I glad when they voted his gay black ass out? Yes, I was, ladies and gentlemen. I feel better. I feel better. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I'm Jeffrey Daugherty, the Christian Whistleblower. And that is my message to the self-righteous truthers. Please wake up before it's too late and give a brother a chance. Can you imagine what Paladin and what Carrie Cassidy and Joe Rogan and Sam Tripoli and Rex Bear can do with a level playing field? Hell, Rogan's got 6 million subscribers now. What can he do with a level playing field? He will blow this shit up. Give these brothers and these sisters a chance. Carrie Cassidy's got like, I don't know, 500,000. Dude, that sister will tear the walls down. And by the way, Carrie Cassidy has indicated her willingness to be a guest on this show. One of the legends of podcasting. So happy that she is going to be here soon. All right, ladies and gentlemen, why am I so damn excited? Because we're the last generation of real humans, and we've been given a last chance. It may not be our last chance. We've been given a chance right here, right now, to make a huge difference. I mean, this literally could be when the whole world changes. This could be the beginning of the end for the deep state, for the fear and guilt control matrix. This could be the beginning of the end where they lose and we win. And we all know that winners write history. And if we don't win, if you sit on your ass and don't vote and we don't win, no one will ever know what we did and how close we came. One time, let's get together. One time, let's vote. One time, let's take the effort. And I guarantee you we will win. And together, we can write the history of a better world. And we can write the history of how regular men and women who were tired of all the bullshit realized they were divine, realized they were sovereign, realized they were free, and took advantage of an amazing opportunity that the universe gave them. And they rose up and defeated the false, failed, flawed entities that were running their system. And they took the mofo back, and we all lived happily ever after. Dudes, we can be the people that in 20 years, 50 years, they write a story about us. A long ago, in a land far, far away, there were some fired up bitches that had enough, and they took the shit back. They were some bad mofos. Yea, they walked through the valley of the shadow of death, but they feared no evil because they realized they were the meanest sons and daughters of bitches in the land, and they took that shit back. We're the last generation of real humans. Together, we can't be stopped if we just get busy. Who's with me?